Can you run code on Windows XP? Well, let's ask ChatGPT for that. Apparently no. Oh wait, Python 3.4 officially supports Windows XP. Well, let's try it. The beautiful XP sound. Now that we are here in Windows XP, I want to tell you that we don't have anything installed on it. We have a plain copy of Windows XP, and firstly we are going to install a better browser because we are not going to use Internet Explorer for that. As my main browser, I'm going to choose Firefox because it's the best browser for Windows XP and is the only one that works in almost all of the websites that are currently on Google. So the Mozilla Firefox setup has popped up, and now we can install it and search the web. Now that we are into the Mozilla Firefox, we are going to search for Python 3.4 because that's the last version that works on Windows XP. So here it is, the mighty Python 3.4.2 setup. Now we have a Python 3.4.2 pop-up in order to install it, and we are going to choose the all user option, and we are going to leave everything as it is. Now we have the Python 3.4 package, and we can open the Python 3.4 command line, which is a simple line of code where we can write some one-line code. For example, we can print hello, but other than this we can't do much of a thing in this command line. Now instead of it, we are going to choose the idle Python 3.4 with GUI. At first you will see a simple command line like the previous one, but if you open a new file from here and you save it, now you are going to have a shell where you can write code like in a normal IDE. For example, I will write a random sequence right here, and now if we run it from right here with run module, we are going to be asked to insert a number. For example, I'll type 5, and then I'll have 5 random numbers from 1 to 9 and 0. So as you can see, our syntaxes are highlighted. For example, the import, for, int, range, and the others, they all have different colors depending on what type of functions they are, but we're going to try to do more than this because I want a real ID, for example like Visual Studio Code, and I'm gonna try to install an older version of Visual Studio Code. Back into the browser, we are going to search for Visual Studio 1.14 because that's the last version that worked on Windows XP. Yeah, that didn't work so well. Neither this one. So this worked. Apparently I've tried to download an older version of PyCharm and it worked. So now we are going to install PyCharm. So the moment of truth, and it worked. Now let's create a project. So here I've renamed my project into main project, and I've done something else. I've actually pressed on this plus button and confirmed this Python 3.4.2 interpreter because there were no other interpreters. And now we are going to hit OK and click OK again. And in this project we are going to click on file and create a new Python file. Now I've also changed the font, and now if you have this button grayed out, you can click run here, and the first option or this option, run, select the main file, and now this file will run. And as you can see, it is all good. So now I've just written another code, a class where we'll have a human, a male or a female, who has a name and an age, and we'll store his identity into the first human variable, and we'll print his name and his age. Now as you can see, it prints as we wanted, John and 23. So in conclusion, you can code on Windows XP very easily, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to do that. For example, if you are out of town for a while and you are in the countryside, and if there is a Windows XP computer or a Windows Vista, then you can code very easily on it, and then share your repository on GitHub or via email or something else, and that way you can also do your work and relax wherever you would be. So this is the end of this video, and we are going to see you again in the near future. Goodbye.